Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Psychohawk here, and welcome to an episode of Career Mode. We have episode number 11 here, and we're gonna start this game off by a sim game against second last in the league. And I was so confident going into this game, even though it was an away game. I was like, "What the hell? I'm gonna sim this, and surely I'll get the win." You know, my team is so good. Regardless of the fact that Hernandez was obviously injured, and we had some other shit, but. It does not start off very well. They score. Zuma gets injured, and Mandi gets a red card, and we actually lose the game 1-0, which was so disappointing. I was just like, "Oh, come on, EA, that's not fair." But shit happens, and loss here and there isn't the end of the world. However, we really have to step up our game if we are to reach that top two spot, because the top two teams are kind of pulling away, and that's not what you want to see. And thankfully, Zuma would only be out for 9 months, so it wasn't the end of the world. But Monday obviously picking up a red card there, and Busta still injured, which meant that we would have to have another player stepping in. But it was transfer deadline day, and you can see I fast forward this because absolutely nothing happens on transfer deadline day. I had gotten Malango earlier, and sold off Quellar and Mendy earlier, so I didn't really have anything to do during transfer deadline day. Hernandez thankfully comes back just before an important game against 14th place here, where we really badly needed to win because we had to step up our game after that loss. Thankfully, Hernandez comes back and says, "Yes, coach," or "Yes, boss, I'm ready to play." I'm like, "Fuck yes. If you think you're ready to play, you, sir, are ready to play." So, obviously, I put him onto the team there. You can see, and we go up with our strongest lineup, except for maybe Mandi there. Obviously, Sergio Alvarez stepping in for Mandi, who had picked up that suspension in the last game. But there you can see Real Murcia have lost their past 3 games. So we were looking to make that a loss in their past 4 games. Sorry if I just hit my microphone there. Not meant to do that. Either way, this game starts, we start with the game there. Obviously, Adol Hernandez in the limelight. Player of the league, definitely. And obviously, him coming back from injury was so important for us, because to be fair, we haven't played a lot of games without him, but the games we have played without him, we have been struggling. So that's obviously one thing to keep in mind. And it'll be tough next season because he is only on loan, if you remember. So it's gonna be tough to see. Maybe we can look to buy him or something. But anyway, we have a corner here straight from the beginning. Malango whips it in, and look at that. That is why he's back in the team. He's not just great on the ball; he's great in the air. And look at that for a it's not a glancing header; it's a smashing header right into the back of the net, and nothing the keeper can do about that. Exactly the type of header you want to see, and I was so chuffed with that, which meant that we would go in, which meant that the score was 1-1, 1-0. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying here, but Nahar breaks down the swing here. He gets us another corner, and we were really piling on the pressure here at this point. And I also realized that I have to fix my corner takers and stuff because I'm not bothered to change them every time. But Casas takes a horrible touch there, and that gives them the ball away, and they actually go on the attack here. Even though Kanea gets the ball away, that's a poor pass, and they managed to play the ball through my defense onto the wing there with Molinero carrying it down. With some really nice pace, they whip it in, and boom! I was so happy they didn't score that. Hits the post there, and that was one hell of a chance for them, and I was really happy that didn't go in. Well, thankful that it didn't go in either. But anyway, 1-0 at halftime. You can't really complain when you're 1-0 up at halftime against Real Murcia. Somewhere in the mid-table. So, but these are the type of games where you have to pick up wins, because if you don't, then you're gonna have a bad time. But anyway, Hernandez was unleashed here in the 56th minute, and you would put all the odds on him scoring, but no, he doesn't. And the near post OP didn't work this time, which was too bad. But we try whipping the corner, and Borja Lopez just managed to head the ball over the goal. That was a good glancing header. But a little disappointing that it didn't go in because it would have given us that 2 goal cushion. Speaking of Borja Lopez, a player that I'll be looking to get into this in for the summer is someone to partner up with Zuma, because obviously Borja Lopez is not the greatest defender of all time, so we'll be looking to get someone in. But that is some great skill there from Benzia, who managed to get past the player and pull off the free kick for us. Scasses whips it in from 47 yards, and we don't manage to get a head on it. Falls to Laura, but it gets blocked as well. Uh, so that was that. We get another free kick here in the 77th minute. As you can see, this game was quite eventful. We had a lot of chances and stuff like that. So I felt that we deserved to win. And Sergio Alvarez, manages to hit the post there. And I was so pissed. I was like, come on, really? But he makes up for it after he was unleashed by Nacho Cases in the 85th minute. And Sergio Alvarez, stepping in for Mandi, slots the ball in with his left foot after being through on goal. That is a clinical forward finish, not the finish you are used to seeing from a defensive midfielder. But hey, we'll take it. 2-0 in the 85th minute to prevent any type of EA bullshit scripting, whatever they're trying to pull. That was not gonna happen. Not after last episode. I ain't having it. And that was that, and that gave us a 2-0 win, a very, very important win as well. Not just in terms of league table, but also in terms of motivation, because it meant that after losing, we kind of bounced back, and that shows that our team really does have, a mental strength to it, and that is great to see. Um, in other news, we have another game here up against Alcorcon. Now, if you remember last episode, they scored in the 90th minute, bullshit goal, and then we came back and we scored in the 90th minute. So it was 1-1, and this time we're at home, and they're still third in the league. So again, we really wanted to win from this game. I go into team management here, looking, seeing the fitness looks all right, and fitness is so important because really, I advise you, if you have, anything under light green fitness, if you can, have all your players like full fitness. That's what I like to do. If I have to, I can go light green, but if they're on yellow, never play them. That should be the last thing that you should do. You should play, 40 rated players instead of yellow fitness players. That's just my opinion. And light green, you can still go with that, but try to avoid that as well. But thankfully, my fitness things were all right, so we could go in with with a strong lineup here. And I kind of fast forward this part because some nice stuff is coming, and here's Hernandez is unleashed. Last game he missed. This time he cuts inside with the great fake shot, and that is a smashing finish with his right foot into the side netting, and the keeper is absolutely bamboozled by what has happened, and so is the defender. Just a nice little step over, and boom. One thing I'd also like to say is that even though you obviously want 4-star skills so they can do the Ronaldo chop. That is not always necessary because the fake shot is very, very powerful in this game, and I've really started using the fake shot more and more, and it really helps getting past the players, especially offline. I feel that it's so effective offline, even more effective offline than it is online. However, disappointingly, Oriol Riera manages to tie the game 1-1 there. To be fair, nothing really I could do about that goal. That is just great movement from their striker and their winger. That's a great cross, and my keeper's positioning, okay, wasn't the greatest, but there's not a lot you can do about stuff like that. We're into the second half here, and here I was really pushing for that goal. Like I said, I really, really, really wanted that win, and as you can see that we were pushing through. Benza getting Nahar getting down that right wing, sorry, and again we play the ball into the box. Casas takes a shot and it's blocked, and that just kind of seemed to be a reappearing thing that my shots were blocked. And there Hernandez again, I would have put in all my money on him to score that, but it goes just wide of the bottom left post, which was so disappointing because, like I said, we really wanted a win from this game. And that meant when this happened and Hernandez gets pulled down in the box, I was. How in God's name is that not a penalty? I couldn't believe my eyes. I actually shouted and I said, "Ref, ref, are you fucking serious?" How that was not a penalty, I will not know. So in a way, you could say, yeah, bullshit me, but more they just need to fix the refs for this game because that was just Stuff like that. That's a clear penalty. So that was really disappointing. But hey, shit happens. We tying against third place isn't that bad. Anyway, it's been Psycho Hawk here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, be sure to press that subscribe button. It's just one click away, and it really helps to support my channel. Also, be sure to leave a comment on whatever. If you want to ask me something, I'll be glad to answer. And United Real Madrid coming up today, so big games coming up in real life and on FIFA. So stay tuned to my channel. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like and have a very, very good day, and bye bye.